Hi, it's Jen from Not So Mystical Tarot. This is going to be your reading for Sun, Moon, or Rising sign of Leo for the first half of July 2019. You can find me on Instagram at Not So Mystical Tarot or NotSoMysticalTarot.com. If you'd like a personal or private reading, we can do that for you as well. Everything will be in the description, so check that out. And again, watch your Moon and Rising signs because it's general reading. They'll give you a little more clarification. What do we have going on for Leo this month? Usually I got some cards coming out. I don't see them yet. Where are they? Oh, here we go. Here's one. Leo, Two of Pentacles. It looks like here you've got rougher sea and a little more delicate sea. It looks like we're kind of rebalancing here. Rebalancing from, it could be like a little bit of a wobble, could be a little bit of like a change of the way we do things, but let's see what it is. Queen of Swords. Well, okay, if you had that little wobble or whatever, it's very clear to you what this is, because the Queen of Swords does not talk in circles. She doesn't talk in gray areas. It's very black or white. It's this or it's that. It's very clear to you, so you know exactly what this is. I don't even need to go into explaining this for you because you know exactly. And this card just came flying out. Where was it? Was this it? Yes, this was it. Just came flying out. This Eight of Cups. This is about, and I like to say, okay, yes, this person is walking away and leaving these 8 cups behind, but he's also walking towards something. And if you look here, he's walking towards, this Two of Pentacles, this new foundation, a new balance. This may have been stuff that was really important to you at one point. And I don't want to focus on walking away from something because that puts us in a negative. I want to focus more on walking towards something new and different, a new way of doing things, a new balance, a new situation, whatever it is. And the thing is, these old things, things are here with us for a season and then they're gone. And you know what? It isn't about walking away from something. It's about walking towards something that is really passionate and makes you really happy. And the old things just kind of fall away, Even as a kid, you had a favorite toy, and then you got something new for Christmas or whatever, and then you realize, gosh, you find it 5 years later and you're like, oh, I really used to like this. It's just that kind of a thing. It doesn't have to be something bad. So let's not make it negative, but it does look like you are changing course, to say that for sure. And yeah, Ace of Wands. This is, opportunities. This is a passion project, and this stuff is coming up all the time. These readings are very intense for the beginning of July. Not bad intense, but they are, whoa, there is new stuff happening and it's really exciting. So you've got this Ace of Wands, which is your passion project, and you got this Queen of Swords who's go and do it already. Let's not chitty chat about it. If you've got something you want to do, then go and do it. And when that happens, when you go toward that passion project, that thing that you want, that person that you want, whatever the case might be, yes, things do get left behind, but that's not what your focus is. Your focus is on this new start, this new platform that you're building, And like I said, this Queen of Swords is not going to get into a whole bunch of semantics and a whole bunch of nonsense about it. It just is what it is. It's something different, and that's perfectly okay, Leo. It's perfectly okay. You don't have to owe anybody an explanation. I don't know where that's coming from, but I'm hearing that. You don't owe anyone an explanation. So you got to do what's right for you, period. That's it. And you got the Devil card. I love this card. Do not get all freaked out. Devil card is all about not getting caught up in old behaviors, old patterns. And a lot of times it can be smoking, drinking, bad habits. But in this situation, I feel like it's old mental behaviors. Well, I have to do this or I should do that. And, you have that whole Eight of Cups where you're kind of walking towards something different. The tendency is to go back to what you know. And that's the thing this Devil card is saying. Don't do that. Go toward the passion project, the new thing. That Eight of Cups that we had, I don't know if it's still up here. Is it still up here? Yeah. Notice he's got a rod in his hand. Can you see that? See the rod in his hand right there? Just like that passion project, that rod. You got to go toward this new thing. You're doing this new thing. Don't get caught up in woulda, coulda, shoulda and what you think you're supposed to do or what society tells you should do. Don't listen to them, because look what it gets you. Three of Swords. Sad. Nonsense. That's the thing. This is what this is telling us here, Leo. Listen to me. If you let old ideas, old thoughts, old patterns of behavior, everyone else's what you should do, this is where you're going to end up. Disappointed, sad, feeling like you missed out, lost out, that you didn't get what you wanted, you didn't get what was important to you, and that is not cool. That is not, you only get one chance to like do this life, you know, and if you conform to what everybody else thinks you should do and you live your life for everybody else, this is where you end up. And we've all made this mistake, so this is why it's an old behavior pattern. Don't do it. Look at the card you get right here. Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands does only things that make him happy. He doesn't really so much worry about the consequence, because there's always a consequence, okay? Somebody's always going to dislike what you're doing. Somebody's always going to have a thought or an idea about what you're doing, or what they think you should be doing. There's always someone that's going to have something to say, but you know what? They don't have to live your life. And this guy, he's worried about how his life feels and how his life looks and what his passion is. And you know, not that you got to go around being an inconsiderate jerk, but you do have to live your life for yourself, because you know what, this is not any way to live a life. Let's get a little more information on, oh geez, on that. Okay, this card's coming out for you, this Eight of Swords. Yeah, you can kind of pretend that this is not looming if you don't do what you need to do, but it is, okay? If you look, if she was to pull her hands in close, this rope would just fall right off and she could take the blindfold off and see. This is a prison of your own making. So the only way that you're going to end up here in this state of disappointment, sadness, etc., is if you let old behaviors and old patterns come up, you ignore your own needs, wants, and desires, and this is the only way that you end up here. So don't ignore what you need and want, what you desire. Don't ignore that. Don't get caught up in what you could, would, and should do for what everybody else thinks you should do for your life, because this is not where you belong. That is not where anyone belongs, in a state of disappointment, sadness, and man, I wish I had done this when I had the chance. I wish I had. You deserve better than that. Always watch Moon and Rising, just to give you a little more clarification. Like I said, it's a general reading. I mean, you can order a personal if you want to, up to you. But let's see, yeah, Five of Pentacles. Do you want to be here? This is out in the cold, okay? And now the Devil card, I will remind you, is an earth sign. So that's the thing. You follow everybody else's needs and wants for you, and where do you end up? Right there. Left out in the cold. You got that Three of Swords that was over here, disappointed and sad. This is not what you want. I guess this is just making it super clear. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. You just keep getting more and more, you know, all these pentacles. This is a message. Pages are messengers. So you're just getting that message that says, hey, listen, you know, I've told you 15 different ways from Sunday. You got that Three of Swords, which was like, you know, you don't want to be disappointed and sad. You got the Five of Pentacles, feeling left out, alone. If that happens, it's because of a choice you made. So make the right choices. You know, do the things that you really want to do. You got to follow your passion, whether it's toward another person or it's toward a project you have, a want, a need, you know, something that you want to do. You got to do it. You don't want to look back and go, man, I wish I'd done that when I had the chance. Look what you get here. You got the Page of Swords. Pages are messengers, and this is intellectual. Swords are intellectual. You know what this is saying? Use your head. Use your head. Don't get all caught up in what other people say. Don't get all emotional and caught up in what other people think you should be doing and what they think about what you're saying. Use your head and just, you know, do what you got to do. Handle yourself, and you follow your own passions, and let the chips fall where they may. Let everybody else figure it out for themselves. It's not your problem. We got one last card coming up, the Six of Swords. Yeah, we're using our head here, making our decisions that are right for us in here. This is all about moving away from whatever. And you've got the messenger here, like, hello, I told you, watch out for that Devil card. Watch out for those old patterns, old behaviors. When you see them rear their ugly head with that Devil card, that old, oh, I should do this. Oh, my mother thinks I should do that. Oh, well, my sister said I should do this. My boss said I should do this. You know what? When you see that, you get in your little boat. You just get out of there. You go follow your passion. Go do your thing. Go do you. Don't listen to anybody else. All right, Leo. Like I said, these readings are like, whoa, pretty intense for the beginning of July. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.